Well, good afternoon, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Okay, let the games begin. Here we are on day number 1 of the official NFL offseason, and it is only 1 o'clock Eastern, and the drama has begun. I don't know if this was an accident, if this was done intentionally to send a message to Dak Prescott, or if plans for the Cowboys are, you're not part of our plans. But the Dallas Cowboys have put out a hype video. It's actually a really nice video. You kind of get you pumped up and all that. I'd put it on here, but it'd get copyrighted and everything else, and then you got to deal with the YouTube police and all that. And I'm not trying to get locked up on Monday, on the first day of the off season. But the hype video, Ghost has got some clips of Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith and the players and stuff on the field practicing, and talks about grit, basically building, kind of that Rocky feel. Like, yeah, I want to go out and lift some weights and stuff. Very motivational hype video by name. And on that video, a person who was absent is one Dak Prescott. Now, the employees who made the video said, well, it was done because technically Dak Prescott is not an employee of the Dallas Cowboys, which is the truth. Although technically he is until March 15th, beginning of the league year. He's still actually under contract until then. Now, going forward into next year, until he signs either a long-term deal or franchise tag, he is not a member of the Dallas Cowboys. So I guess they were looking at saying that this video is about the Dallas Cowboys 2021 season and getting ready. And until he is under contract, then they're not supposed to put it in there. That would be like, for them saying, let's put Tom Brady in our hype video. He's not an employee of the Cowboys, so we wouldn't put Tom Brady in there. Yeah. That's the way they're coming across with it, and I can't blame them. But I'm sure there was some discussion saying that you can't put Dak in there. We don't know. We won't put out a hype video because he's not an employee. And this might be a little bit of a message to Dak to say, we can move on without you. And you do not work here until you sign a contract. Just kind of a little mental message. This is that little, sword fighting here. Just, rattling the sabers. And I think kind of like a little message for Dak that I guarantee came from the top. Now, this goes back to DMV, DMV has been ranting lately. Shout out to you, DMV. Check him out. We get him to 5,000 subscribers. He's going to do the chip challenge. He's going to have that hot as a mother humper chip. But he's gone through about the Dallas Cowboys. And in essence, Emmitt Smith was right when he said that the Cowboys aren't committed to Dak Prescott. They're not even committed to putting him in the hype video. So maybe this is a message that Dak Prescott, you know what? We're so good. We don't need Dak Prescott. We can do it with others. And maybe people are looking at this, because I had people, I was going to deal with this later, that said, you don't need a $40 million quarterback. Tom Brady makes 25. Well, there's one Tom Brady last I checked. And as I look around at the guys that are making 25s, the Jacoby Brissetts, the Phillip Rivers and things like that, I'm not sure they do the same job, but be that as it may. I think this is part of the negotiation ploy that the Cowboys are trying to get some leverage back against Dak Prescott. I don't know how else you take this. Other than that, because if your intent was, and as we heard over the weekend, that one way or the other, Dak Prescott will be a Dallas Cowboy. He is not going to hit free agency. We will tag him, or we will long-term deal him, preferably long-term deal him, and keep him. So to say he's not under contract, that's kind of bullshit. But like I said, or like DMV said, this is the kind of bullshit that we get from our ownership that hamstrings the team. You can point back to D-Law's contract. Instead of getting his deal done, they franchise tagged him, and then they were trying to franchise tag him a second year. It was just that fact that D-Law said, screw you, I'm not signing it. I'm not getting my shoulder worked on. So for them to try and hammer home and be the ones that we're in control, they ended up paying, top dollar, and they stunted his season because he waited months to have the surgery, in which case he could not use that shoulder all off season getting ready for the season. They did the same thing with Zeke Elliott. So DMV, I have to agree with you that this is the kind of stuff that hurts the organization. We don't have a plan. We just have, we just want to have sizzle. We're going to go ahead and do the hype video and make sure Dak's not in there so people talk. And all you're doing is creating a bad atmosphere and a bad relationship with your players. But it does have drama, and it does give us a lot to talk about. In the end, I think we're all having Dak fatigue, Dak contract fatigue. And I just wish, if the Cowboys think they're better off without Dak, I'm okay. Just do that. Just say, hey, you know what? We're not going to go down this path. But if you are serious with them, get this shit done, man. This shit is crazy. It is crazy. And it literally drives you nuts. Not in the hype video. Saw the swipe. Yeah. All right, y'all. One final thing here. I'm headed to the store. Doing my keto diet. So I got to get me lots of veggies. I'm going to do a shrimp bowl for dinner tonight. It's funny because I get told so many times that I'm a nobody as far as the YouTube goes. And, you're not an expert, you're not credible, and things like that. It was funny because people kept sending me messages yesterday and say, did you know that Dak Prescott had a second surgery? Oh my God, he had a second surgery. It's like, yeah, I reported that last week. I did. Last Monday night on my live stream. I know you won't believe me, but I'll come back later with proof on it. If you watch the Joe Boo Sports Report, you're going to get a lot of knowledge on what's going on. I know I'm not ESPN or those guys, the talking heads and stuff, but I'm not that far off. I'll see you.